let me tell you that habits can make or break you. So if you want a better life, you need to have better habits. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that. I recently read this very amazing book called Power of Habit, and it has changed me so much. And in today's video, I'm going to tell you exactly how you can do the same as well. And if you want to read the book itself, please go ahead. The free trial link of an audiobook is also in the description below. If you want to listen to the audiobook of this book, go ahead for that free trial. In case you want a paperback, the link is in the description below as well. Make sure you're shopping from Amazon whenever you are doing that, using my link in the description below, because that helps me a lot in keeping posting content on my channel, because I'm an individual creator. And all the other books that I'm going to mention in this video are also in the description below. So yeah, make sure you're giving them a chance and reading them in case you want to. Now, without any further ado, let's get into this video. The best thing about this book called Power of Habit is that it helped me recognize this one thing that we generally don't, but we know it's there, and that is the loop of habit. Habits run in a loop: cue, routine, and reward. The cue is the trigger, something that makes you do something else, which is the routine. And after you do the routine, you get the reward. So if you have a bad habit of having a lot of sugar like I did, my cue used to be food cravings. My routine used to be just going and reaching out for sugary stuff because that made me feel good, and that feeling of goodness was the reward. So cue, routine, and reward. So Charles Duhigg says that if you substitute any one part of this loop, then you can get out of your bad habit and adopt a good one. So my cue once again was the food craving, but instead of going to sugar, I started going to fruits. They also have sugar in some amount, but not as much as chocolate and sweets have. So my routine changed. I substituted my routine with something else other than sugar, which was the bad habit. My reward stays same or just changes a little bit, but that's something that I have to make peace with in case I want to have a good habit in life. The next thing that you need to do is that you have to have a cue, routine, and reward of a good habit as well. So I have started a good habit, and that is having oats in the morning. It sucks, but it's good for health. So my cue is the alarm clock. The moment the alarm clock goes off, I know I have to have breakfast. My routine is something that I've created here, and this routine is making oats. And my reward is the cooked oats, and I have to have it. And although it does not really feel that good to have oats early in the morning, I constantly remind myself that it will help me have a longer life, and it will make me have more time to read more books, and more time to create more content, and more time to change some more lives. And that's what keeps me going. So you must also have something that keeps you going, and recognizing that is very important in case you want to have good habit. And here, let me tell you that something else that you also need to have in case you want to have good habits, that is willpower. If you don't have willpower, if you are like, oh my god, I don't want to live because living is shitty anyway, I can't really help you. Willpower is something that is going to motivate you all the time to adopt good habits. Now, it may be that you don't have willpower, but you want to gain willpower. In that case, you need to meditate. Meditation helps a lot in gaining willpower. I have been meditating for the last 3 months, and it totally changed my life in some really great ways. I've been calmer than before. I have been more productive than before. So meditating is something which will give you willpower, and willpower will help you have better habits in the future. The next thing that I'll say is that whenever you are seeing yourself going back to bad habits, stop. Like, stop. I know it's very easy. It's very difficult to quit cigarette and start having nicotine because the feeling is entirely different. So what you can do here is tell your friends, family, colleagues to keep an eye on you and tell you whenever you are switching your routine. Now, slowly as you change your routine, you will see that the moment you change it, you won't feel that good. But 1 or 2 weeks later, you will feel habituated. And about a month later, you will be totally fine with your new routine. And you will be bragging to your friends how amazingly you have changed yourself. And you'll be also feeling good about yourself, your mind, and your body. And that, guys, is so important. Now, let me recommend you some books further in this video. The number one book that I'll recommend is The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. So maybe your cue in the morning is to hear the alarm bell. Your routine can be two things. One, when you hear your cue alarm bell, you switch off the alarm clock and your reward is getting some more sleep. And number two, you actually get up as a routine and your reward is waking up and having a productive day. But the second case does not happen that often. So how can you do that? How do you convince yourself to wake up and not shut off the alarm clock? Well, use the 5-second rule. As soon as you hear the alarm clock going tring, 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 I have no idea if your alarm goes off like that. It's just something I said. Anyway, the moment your alarm clock goes off, count from 5 to 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the moment you reach 1, make sure you're waking up. And if you fail to do that when you hit 1, chances are that you will fail in your challenge and in your new routine. So Mel Robbins' 5-second rule is basically this. Whenever you are planning to take an action, count from 5 to 1 and immediately do the action within that time or the moment you hit 1, because that will totally motivate your system. And they say that this is a scientifically proven thing. I'm not sure if this is science or if this is something just in your mind, but I don't really care because it works for me. As soon as I'm doing something, if I have to shoot a video and I'm feeling lazy, I just count from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and immediately get up and start shooting. If I am waking up in the morning and I'm not feeling like waking up, I just count from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and wake up immediately, and that makes me feel so active, and it actually makes me more active than I would have been if I had just woken up normally. And yeah, let me know in the comment section below if you have applied Mel Robbins' theory in your real life and gotten results from it, because I have, but I'm not sure if all of you have. The next recommendation that I'll give you is this amazing book called 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. This book is a must read, guys. And I'm saying this basically because it's very difficult to realize which habits you should be adopting. There are so many habits out there, right? So this book will actually help you what type of habits you should be adopting in case you are puzzled about that. These habits will help you develop yourself, your personality, and your future. And that is why I will recommend this book to you highly. There are so many books that have sprung up after this book and the titles are similar, but no book is as good as this one. So make sure you're grabbing this book. Also pick up this amazing book called The Achievement Habit. This book will help you achieve stuff, because come on, we are not changing habits just for the sake of it. We change our habits to have a better future. We change our habits if we want better things for ourselves in life. And yeah, you need to achieve stuff. And which habits will help you achieve what stuff? Yes, this book will help you do that. You can always go and do a normal Google search to know about more books, because these are just a few books that I will recommend for the people who want to change their habits, who want to adopt good habits, because habits are so effective. I hope you liked the book recommendations that I gave you. I hope you're subscribed to my channel and you have hit the notification bell, and make sure you're liking this video if you liked it. But before I leave you, let me tell you one more event where I changed one more habit of mine, and that is having coffee. So when I was in the 12th standard and I was having my ISC exams, I was very stressed out. My cue was the stress, and I started having a lot of coffee. The moment I woke up in the morning, I'd have coffee. And I did not have coffee in small mugs. I had them in big, big mugs, the full cup. And that's very bad for health. So I used to have like 2 such mugs of coffee every day, because of which my health became really bad. Having so much coffee affected my health. I felt extremely sick just after my exams, and yeah, it was a pretty bad time. So I realized that I need to change this habit. And back then I had actually not read this book, but I did something similar to what this book advises. So instead of waking up in the morning and taking the routine to coffee, I changed my routine to lemon water. And initially, obviously, it did not give me the reward as much as coffee rewarded. But then eventually I became healthier, eventually I became happier, and eventually I just quit coffee altogether. Nowadays I just have coffee like twice or thrice a month, at most 4 times a month. But yeah, I don't really have that much coffee, because once a lesson learned, I never forget it. If you're someone who has had an experience like this, there was a bad habit that you quit and adopted a new one, let me know in the comment section below, because I'd love to know your story as well. I hope you guys like this video. And till my next video, bye bye.